So I've discovered something about myself I don't particularly enjoy admitting. I'm pretty fucking terrible with uncertainty when I give a shit about something. And especially if it's silence. Because silence is technically nothing. And there's no information there, but my brain apparently sees an empty space and it says, "Don't worry, I'll fill it up for you." And it's never going to fill it up with anything good. Alright, so let's get into the story. Someone didn't respond. That's the only thing that happened. They just didn't respond. There's another part of my brain that starts writing another story, though. It's that they're losing interest. I did something wrong. Maybe I came on too strong. Maybe I didn't make the evening before as good as I thought I did. Maybe they're reconsidering. Maybe I wasn't enough. And eventually, those different possibilities collapse into that same familiar sentence that I'm so fucking tired of hearing in my goddamn head. I'm not good enough. It's fascinating to me that none of that information actually came from the other person, though. It was just me. It was just me and my own worry and concern and frustration and anxiety. I supplied it. Recently, someone had told me something that was incredibly simple. And no news is good news. Heard it before, never really took stock in it. Basically, they were saying, "I talked to you. We're good. I like you. Stop getting so far in your own head that you fuck up something that ain't actually broken." And I needed to hear it. Not because the anxiety disappeared permanently. It didn't. I know I'm still gonna struggle with it, even though I don't feel like an anxious person most of the time. But because someone finally interrupted that story I was writing while I was writing it. Nothing had happened. There wasn't a catastrophe. There wasn't even necessarily a problem. It was just unanswered messages. Everything else. The not good enough, the stress, the tight chest, all of that was me. And then I heard, then the "I like you," those three words. And it's ridiculous how much weight those three words can carry. Because suddenly that whole argument got tight. It felt like the elephant was off my chest, and the fear that my effort had been wasted, and the fear that I'd somehow failed to create a good evening, it was gone. That fear when I would genuinely give somebody a good experience and somehow I would still come up short, quiet. There was a relief there. Like a relief I didn't know before. And it's like, if I want to be honest, it's like when you see the last few like waves go to calm while you're in a pool, and like you just see this mirror surface start to shed over you. It's smooth and calm. I enjoyed that feeling. It's a feeling I very rarely had, or have it for that matter. I'm always up to something. The water's always turbulent, and honestly, I'm used to that. That's why this calm feeling is so fucking scary. But there's something important hiding in there too. I don't want another person to constantly have to convince me that I'm worthy of being around them. That's too much responsibility and it's not fair to them. Like, I should feel like I'm worthy of being around them even when I'm uncertain. And at some point, I need to be able to hear "I like you" and believe it for what it is when I hear it, and that the person standing there doesn't have to stand there and repeat it. I'm also trying to learn something that sounds like it's obvious intellectually and feels considerably harder emotionally. You can be disappointed in circumstances and stuff without it being a rejection. Someone someone or some situation can frustrate me and I'm not being abandoned. Plans can fall apart and the relationship doesn't. Someone could be busy or asleep, or their phone can literally fucking break while you're trying to pick them up. And I can still say, man, this fucking sucks. I don't have to pretend that I'm not upset or I'm not frustrated, but it didn't hurt me. Like, it just sucked. I mean, the goal isn't to become so detached that nothing matters because the good things don't matter then. I don't know. Maybe the goal is letting something matter without immediately turning it into something worse or evidence that you're about to lose something you care about. This is a hard video to make. That's probably why I'm practicing right now. I'm practicing leaving blank spaces blank. And not every silence needs that story. I don't have to assign a story to everything, and those dead times I could probably use to do more stuff in my life, like the skateboards or my art, or hell, get these podcasts ready to go. I mean, not every uncomfortable feeling requires action. Sometimes it's just I don't know. And apparently that's a complete sentence. Despite what my mom would always say that I don't know isn't an answer, I don't know is a valid answer. Because no news isn't proof that something terrible is happening. Sometimes no news really is just as simple as it's no news. Like you can't like to like you can create narratives and stories and pain and suffering for yourself like I do. But I don't suggest it. I suggest that you actually follow this person that has told me this incredibly wise advice that no news is good news. Or you can just simply understand that it's not you have no information to go off, so why are you making a fucking decision? Thanks for listening to me vent about this, and I'll be back soon with another reflection.